With a growing roster of characters in Dead by Daylight, it might be intimidating to choose what to spend your money on. I'm Chris from Genuine Chill, and today I'll look at a DLC and help you answer the question, should you buy? Today we will look at the Ghostface DLC containing the iconic killer from the Scream franchise. First, let's take a look at Ghostface himself. Ghostface is an average height killer, meaning he's about as tall as Freddy or Legion. Because of this, he can be harder to spot over objects, but in return, he has a harder time looking over objects to see where survivors are. Fortunately, this plays well into Ghostface's overall gameplay style, which is an ambush killer. Ghostface's ability is called Night Shroud. When you press the ability button, Ghostface will lose his terror radius and red stain, essentially putting him into a stealth mode. While in Night Shroud, you can stalk survivors, and once you fill up the stalk meter on a specific survivor, that survivor will now be exposed, meaning they will go down in one hit. However, survivors can break you out of this by staring at you, but when this happens, Ghostface will get an indicator pointing in the direction of the location he's being revealed from. And if you do reveal him from a close distance, Ghostface will receive a ping showing the survivor who revealed him's last known location. If you happen to hit someone, miss a hit, or get pellet stun, Night Shroud will also become deactivated. Along with this, Ghostface has the ability to crouch, making him harder to spot, but let's be real here. The reason why Ghostface's crouch is so good is because now you can teabag the survivors with the fury of 1,000 suns for all the games they've teabagged you before. Surprisingly, Ghostface is extremely effective at what he does. If survivors aren't paying attention, you can easily get a free hook off of them, and if they happen to see you, they will run away. But if they don't reveal you, then you could stalk them as they're running till the meter is at 99, and apply expose to them once you know you could get a hit in. This is so effective because of the fact that survivors have no idea how much stalking progress you made on them. Sometimes they'll stop dead in their tracks to reveal you and not know they're a single tap away from being exposed. Having your red stain hidden also helps greatly in the chase. Experienced survivors will look for it so they know the route to loop you in, but without it, survivors are more prone to misread your movements and get hit because of it. If you enjoy a stealth approach to a killer along with mind games during loops, I think Ghostface might be right up your alley. However, be warned, Ghostface can be weak against survivor friends because good communication can really hinder your ambush tactics, along with getting revealed by someone else mid-chase can set you back. I will say though, Ghostface is a total blast to play. Last time I had this much fun playing a killer, it was probably when Myers first came out almost 2 years ago. It's just hilarious sneaking up on survivors and watching them freak out and run away once you expose them or when they realize you're creeping up on that booty. Although, I wouldn't recommend Ghostface to newer players mostly because he relies heavily on map awareness and mind games. If you aren't familiar with the maps, you'll be at a disadvantage of not knowing the best routes to approach survivors from, without getting spotted. Along with not understanding mind gaming survivors during loops can take away the effectiveness of his stealth mode. On the flip side, if you're an experienced killer, you will be able to use Ghostface to his full potential, and I think it's worth considering to pick him up. Now let's talk about Ghostface's perks. First up, we have I'm All Ears, which reveals the survivor's aura once every 60, 50, or 40 seconds for exactly 6 seconds when they perform a rushed action within 48 meters of your exact location, meaning you'll get to see the survivor's exact movements when they vault over a pallet or window and rush out of a locker. I don't think this is really worth running in all honesty. While it does hard counter quick and quiet, and seeing their exact movements during a loop can give you an advantage, the fact that there's a cooldown to this perk and it's only within 48 meters of your location makes it where you're better off running something more effective in your 4 perk slots. Next is Thrilling Tremors, which blocks off all generators not being repaired for 16 seconds once you pick up Survivor every 100, 80, or 60 seconds. I feel like this perk needs more attention from high pressure killers like Hillbilly, Nurse, and Spirit, and even Ghostface. This perk lets you narrow down when gens are being worked on, giving you info on what locations have survivors near them, along with being able to properly manage what gens are being worked on, so you'll be less likely to have a gen pop off without you being aware it was worked on. It's practically like Barbecue and Chili had a baby with Surveillance, while one of them had a small affair with Ruin. Finally, we have Furtive Chase, where you'll become obsessed with a survivor and you will be given a token each time your obsession is rescued from the hook for a max of 2, 3, or 4 tokens. Then the survivor who unhooked your obsession will become your new obsession, and your terror radius will be reduced by 4 meters for each token you have, where your regular 32 meter terror radius can actually turn into only 16 meters. But the trade-off to this is it's only active during a chase, which really brings down its power level. It'll still work well with killers such as Freddy, but other than that, it's only useful in highly specific situations, to the point where I can't really recommend this perk outside of Freddy. Oh, and one more thing. As of right now, Ghostface is one of 2 licensed killers confirmed to be getting cosmetics, with the other being the pig. Normally, licensed killers would come with the downside of not being able to be customized, but Ghostface is the first killer to break this cycle. That's everything Ghostface has to offer, so let's recap the pros and cons of the DLC so I could help guide you in the choice of should you buy. The pros of the DLC being Ghostface is an incredibly fun killer if you're an experienced killer, and provides a very unique playstyle. His ability creates fun moments in the game while also being viable on its own when used right. If you hate long chases, Ghostface can help negate that. If you enjoy playing mind games during a loop, Ghostface can give you an advantage by not having to go out of your way to hide your red stain during a chase. 2 of the 3 new perks offer some great advantages to not just Ghostface, but the rest of the killer cast. If you're tired of toxic survivors teabagging you, you can finally return the favor with Ghostface being able to crouch like a survivor. Also, the fact that the DLC includes 1 killer means it's cheaper than most DLC chapters in the game. For the cons of the DLC, Ghostface is much better in the hands of an experienced player. Brand new players may want to hold off until they understand the fundamentals of the game. 2 of the perks honestly aren't worth running when there's already so many viable perks in the game already. It's especially sad because Threat of Chase can be an extremely good perk, but the fact that it's only during a chase brings it down. And finally, Ghostface can suffer greatly against an organized Survive with Friends squad. And that's all. I hope this video can help you make a decision if you should buy the Ghostface DLC. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and that's because I took a break from Dead by Daylight, but I got my passion back for it, so I'll be covering other characters in the future again. But before you go, if you liked the video, you should like the video, and let me know if you would be interested in me reviewing other games in the should you buy format, such as Bloodstain or even the upcoming Fire Emblem game. But anyways, I'm Chris from Genuine Chill, and thank you for watching.